Every year, on December 1, the world commemorates World AIDS Day. People around the world unite to show support for those living with and affected by HIV, and to remember those who lost their lives to AIDS. If you know of someone who falls within this category, reach out, share a few kind words, or even a virtual meetup. You never know how good that could be for that person, and even you. This is Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Stay with us. This is the show where the information to improve your life, it begins now.
Do you know what a disability is? A permanent loss of function in any part of your body is called a disability. Some people are born that way. Others get a disability because of an illness or an accident. This doesn't have to prevent you from living a full life. The Disabilities Act will protect your right to work, raise families, or do business like anyone else. Visit jcpdja.com. A message from the JCPD, an agency of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security.
Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JI's News for Tuesday, December 1. More than 9,000 residents in Mount Salem, St. James will benefit from the construction of a new police station in the community. Prime Minister Andrew Holness broke ground on Friday for the $45 million facility. The construction is being spearheaded by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund with funding from the European Union. Prime Minister Holness underscored the government's commitment to transforming the working conditions of police officers as well as improving citizen security.
We have made serious investments in the mobility of the police. We have made serious investments in the communications and technical capacity of the police. We have made investments in not just policing, but we have made investments in the justice system as well. We have made investments in the technical capabilities of the JCF, certainly in terms of cyber and in terms of criminology and other areas of the criminal science to forensic science, to ensure that we are able to bring first world capabilities to solving our crime problems.
Prime Minister Holness says 86 of the 105 police stations slated for rehabilitation have been completed, as well as the construction of 20 new police stations across the island so far. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang says the aim is to have a proper infrastructure in place by the end of the Zone of Special Operations ZOSO in the community.
There'll be a first-class police station, fully staffed, fully equipped, with men who will be present to ensure that there will be public safety and good order in Mount Salem, on which the people of Mount Salem, the human resources, can build, operate in safety, operate in a quality environment, and will develop both business and human resources parallel to this.
Agriculture and Fisheries Minister Floyd Green is reporting an increase in the arrests of predial larcenists this year. He says it stems from new approaches being implemented by the government to tackle farm theft. Speaking at the virtual staging of the Eat Jamaican Day 2020 celebration recently, Minister Green said St. Thomas has been showing great success.
Since January, we have had 69 arrests compared to 39 arrests in the same period last year. We are building out predial larceny units across the JCF, across various divisions. The plan is a specialized unit that is adequately resourced that can treat with reports of predial larceny.
In addition, Minister Green says the government is working to address predial larceny in the fisheries sector in relation to poaching. He says enforcement efforts have been strengthened through the acquisition of a patrol vessel valued at $165,000 by way of a grant from the World Bank. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is advising that all antigen tests for detection of the coronavirus COVID-19 must be ordered by a doctor. Director of National Laboratory Services at the Ministry, Dr. Michelle Hamilton, said the antigen test will be treated as a standard medical laboratory test, which must be sanctioned by a physician to whom the results are returned.
So we are saying your doctor will order it and the results will go back to the doctor. We are not asking persons to just walk off the street and say, I'm not feeling well, so I have come for a test. You would still go to your doctor or to the hospital, and then the sample will be taken there and the result will be sent back.
Dr. Hamilton was speaking to journalists following a demonstration of the antigen testing procedure and protocols at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine last Wednesday. The diagnostic test is administered on persons suspected of contracting COVID-19 and is used to look for proteins or antigens in samples taken from the nose or throat. State Minister for Gender Orlando Terrelong is calling for greater funding for the training of stakeholders who provide support for vulnerable groups such as persons living with HIV and AIDS and victims of abuse.
I'm going to recommend increased funding to train counselors, peer educators, more social workers, and of course, psychiatrists, psychologists, etc. Jamaica has a very short supply of persons with the requisite psychological training that would help with the healing process of it all.
Minister Terrelong was addressing a public forum and research dissemination on HIV and AIDS and access to justice recently. He said intervention at the social psychological level will greatly assist victims to recover from the mental impact of trauma.
Imagine someone living with HIV who is going to go to the pharmacy to disclose the status and to give the prescription to get the medicine. So it's a lot of psychological trauma, a lot of psychological help that persons also need. So when we look at the victim support unit, and our ministry has them, but again, more funding to assist with victim support and more funding to assist with the social workers and the councils at the community and the school level to deal with that re-socialization.
He said intervention at the social psychological level will greatly assist victims to recover from the mental impact of trauma. The state minister further pointed to the need to deal with negative stereotypes and discrimination being perpetuated in the society, which he said requires re-socialization, public education about stigma, and respect for others. And finally, members of the Senate on Friday sanctioned the postponement of the local government elections to no later than February 27, 2022. Amendments to temporarily modify the Representation of the People Act (ROPA) was approved to allow the local government elections to be pushed back. The election, which is to appoint respective councils of municipal corporations and mayors of city municipalities, was constitutionally due on November 29, 2020. Piloting the bill, Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Kamina Johnson-Smith, said the decision was made to postpone the election due to the impact of the coronavirus COVID-19 on the Jamaican society and the economy.
The increased risk of exposure by the Jamaican electorate to the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus COVID-19 and current financial constraints coupled with the increased demand for resources to respond not only to our health and safety needs, Mr. President, but also to the recent flood rains that affected Jamaica.
According to Minister Johnson-Smith, if no action for the postponement was taken, the local government election would become due within 90 days or in February 2021, according to the 8th schedule of the bill. The amendments will now go to Governor General His Excellency the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen for his signature, after which it will become law. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thank you for watching.
We remain resilient in our fight against known and unknown threats to our country. We are never daunted.
We are committed to continuously deliver effective and efficient service when we save lives and protect property.
And we continue to reassure with courtesy, integrity, and respect for the rights of all.
We are building
forward
together.
The National Health Fund has been driving through communities across the country to ensure those in quarantine and isolation can have access to vital medication. Let's see how that program is unfolding.
Senior citizens in the cohort 60 years and older represent the fastest growing demographic segment of the society, as more people are living longer. This changing dynamic has prompted the government to ensure improvements in the level of responsiveness to new expectations and needs of our seniors. The need for quality healthcare is top of the list. One aspect of quality healthcare service is the prompt access to affordable medication. So the Ministry of Health and Wellness, through the National Health Fund (NHF), has been leading the government's charge in providing critical supplies of medication at subsidized costs to persons in need. That includes seniors. The NHF has been improving its service by employing ingenious means of delivering medication and reducing waiting times and overcrowding at prescription outlets.
We are using a number of services in order to make it easier for our customers. We have the Prescript mobile app. We have a drop-off and pick-up service. We have scheduled refill for persons who come to the pharmacy frequently with the same medication. And we have a number of other initiatives in which we contact clients to work out easy ways for them to receive their medication.
A home delivery service for drug-served patients 65 years and older is the NHF's latest addition to its offerings. This emerged as a response to the coronavirus pandemic.
As most people know, the NHF is a customer-centric organization, and with COVID-19 we actually looked at different ways of better serving our customers. Medication delivery is an idea that we have had under active discussion for a number of years, and we found that this was an opportune time to implement this service.
This new service is available to drug-served patients on the NHF's scheduled refill program, who have monthly appointments to pick up their medication at a drug-served pharmacy.
So for these patients, we give them 2 months supply of medications, basically. And the feedback is just excellent. It's really great. But when you look at how grateful they are, because some of them they can't walk, some of them they're disabled in terms of hearing and so on. So when you can come to them to actually give them their medications, it's really heart-touching, basically. So and they're very grateful. They say it all the time, and they are loving the service as it is now.
This was started in St. Thomas, and we've expanded into Kingston and St. Andrew, as well as in St. Catherine. And other parishes have now started, St. James and other parishes. And the intent is to have this program island-wide.
The NHF's home delivery service is set to benefit approximately 30,000 beneficiaries over 65 years of age, as well as other vulnerable groups that the fund believes can benefit from medication delivery.
We just received a call, asked if we would want it to be delivered, and we readily accepted it. The wait can be very long. I know they try to cut back sometimes by using the scheduled thing, but even then you have to go, and sometimes they wait up to an hour. So this is just ideal.
Patients may want to check out the NHF's online avenues such as web chat to indicate their need for delivery service. Persons can text their name and their drug-served pharmacy to 876-219-9937 or 876-219-9929. They can also call the NHF at 876-906-1106 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. weekdays.
I take the opportunity to commend our pharmacists, our pharmacy technicians, and all the team who facilitated this.
This is a good service now. They say you must stay at home. And this service that you come and present, a wonderful service.
We are loving the service. We really appreciate it, and we wish it would continue.
Customers need not worry about having a National Health Fund NHF card or a Jamaica Drug for the Elderly JADEP card. The service will still be offered.
But at this time, when we come and realize that, oh, probably you don't have a card, what we can do is give you the steps as to how to get the cards. And in order to access the cards, it's a same-day printing at any of our drug-served locations that are named for that service.
The NHF, reaching out, helping to make Jamaica the place of choice to live in good health.
properly carry out a hand rub, apply a palmful of the product in your cupped hand, covering all surfaces. Rub your hands palm to palm. Rub your right palm over the back of your left hand with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Rub your hands palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Rub the back of your fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotationally rub backwards and forwards the clasped fingers of your right hand in your left palm and vice versa. Once your hands are dry, they are now safe.
Approximately 90% of the services used within communities are covered by the municipal corporation. Issues such as street light, water supply and road maintenance are all dealt with by the local authority. Next, we highlight the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development's plans to further build Jamaica from within communities.
Government has recognized that on the path to developed nation status, rural development is critical. To ensure it is not overlooked, rural development is now a designated ministerial portfolio. It has been combined with local government.
The responsibilities of the ministry have grown because we have now added new responsibilities that for urban development, which includes water and rural electrification. We have gotten rural electrification, which is net serve. We have gotten rural water, which is a good addition because it brings with it a certain level of professionalism from the staff, and the projects that they are undertaking are projects which will enhance the Ministry of Local Government. So these two new areas have a vast areas of responsibility that goes with them that we hope to build on what started before in those agencies. One of the things that we have gotten is the demands for water, better roads and lights. Now, there are going to be areas across the country where the National Water Commission will not be able to provide potable water. This becomes the sole responsibility of the Ministry of Local Government.
Hi, Homer Edward Davis.
Minister Homer Davis, with his vast experience as a 3-term councillor and a 1-term as mayor, he has now come into the ministry as the Minister of State with vast knowledge and experience, and we're going to be putting that to use in the assignments that the Minister of State has been given. We are assigning our parochial roads under his responsibility. We are going to be giving Minister Davis the responsibility for water, and that means the water areas, which is social water, minor water and rural water, comes solely under Minister Davis' control. We are going to be adding street lights, again, which is critical, and Minister Davis will have that responsibility to continue the process to ensure that the Jamaican people get value for money. Over the last couple of months, there have been some negative in the press about the operations of the municipal police. A lot of it are true, and some of it is mere out of frustration. But the role of the municipal police in maintaining social order in our major town centers is critical to the advancement of local government. It is a serious issue of law and order, and we are going to be strengthening the capacity of the municipal police. We're going to be improving on the relationship with the Jamaica Constabulary Force to ensure that we can maintain law and order.
And I'm sure that this joining up with this new portfolio didn't just come about just like that. I'm sure it is after careful consideration from the Prime Minister himself, going across the country, seeing the problems in rural areas. We will move local government to its rightful place. The need for local government to be the premier ministry of government, because we are the one who touches lives more than any other ministry.
Solid waste management is a critical component of curtailing local transmission of COVID-19. As householders strive to keep their homes and frequently used surfaces clean, domestic garbage collection is now even more important. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, has called on citizens to partner with the agency in taking all measures possible to contain the spread of this virus. The recommended actions to support the sanitation crews are securing household garbage by properly bagging, tying, and placing in a container for collection, double bagging garbage containing tissue, gloves, face masks, and diapers, placing storage receptacles at the front of the premises where they can be accessed without hindrance 24 hours per day. Persons with uncollected garbage are also encouraged to contact the agency through the following media. Call toll-free at 888-CLEAN-JA, that's 888-253-2652, or WhatsApp 876-448-3220, or email nswma@nswma.gov.jm. Visit the agency's website www.nswma.gov.jm and reach out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The NSWMA continues to work closely with the Ministries of Local Government and Health to ensure the welfare of employees and the citizens of Jamaica.
The National Solid Waste Management Authority has launched a new initiative that should reduce the time it takes to collect garbage. Take a look.
The initiative is fairly good because at the moment currently we don't have enough disposers in Bethel Street. So I find the initiative very good and I do appreciate it, and I would like to say thanks very much, and I look forward to seeing other great things from the company.
We are here in Manchester on Bethel Street. We have launched a program called Drum at the Gate. The purpose of this program is to encourage residents that it's important for them to containerize their garbage properly.
In this community, we issued 80 bins today, and I just want to thank the Grace Kennedy and the Edgechem group that would have partnered with us to donate drums. We are issuing drums to residents so that they can containerize their garbage properly and to reduce the time it takes for our workers to be held in the environment cleaning garbage. We expect to see greater efficiency and turnaround time when we have residents containerizing garbage in these densely populated areas. So the residents are happy for this initiative, and we expect to replicate same across the island. We'll do it in phases. We only start in Mandeville today, but there are a number of communities that we'll be doing.
This project is the safety of our workers. Just recently, one of our sanitation workers, they were putting together the garbage in Clarendon, and an eagle took him recently. Now we are saying that we want to ensure the safety of our workers. Number two, we want to ensure that our schedule, they are completed on a timely basis. So the time it takes us to pull the garbage together and to pack it up, put it in the truck, we are losing time.
When the garbage is thrown all over the place, it creates an awful sight and damages the aesthetic of the community. People want clean surroundings. So I encourage the people of Bethel Street and surrounding areas in Greendale to use these drums as we prescribe them to be used. The stress that it put on our crew when they have to come and clean up instead of just taking up a drum, emptying it and moving. We want to move from your gate as quickly as possible. We have a lot of places to cover. Sometimes the one truck is doing several communities, 10 communities, 20 communities. The more back down that truck gets, the less opportunity we have to go to the other community. So the turnaround time is affected, and that put a problem on us right across. So we're giving you a drum, and we plan to come for the drum every Wednesday. We'll come for the drum. So it's not a drum that will create any mosquitoes for you, because we pour the buttons of the drum, so there won't be any mosquitoes also any problem, right? Do I have your permission to leave a drum? Yes, sir. All right.
I feel good and happy about it, knowing that my city will keep clean and nice.
We love what go on, because right now, you see this rubbish thing, it'll get to me, and I get to the community at Grimville, Bethel Street. Whole heap of rubbish on the roadside more time. And here what go on now. You see what the item do right now with them drum are the best thing ever. Cause if the rubbish truck no come, a dog come jar where the rubbish them. Pay things in our lane, pay things in our road. So what we do the right thing we know do. I love this.
If a man see place clean, he think twice. But if he come and he see 3 buckets throw down there, him not think twice again, him believes he can throw back there. So it creates a dump. When the rain fall, the water, when naturally I run and I look somewhere to go, carry the bucket with it. When it go down in a level there is a little area where the water go through. But the bucket too big to go through, so the bucket stop. And then it creates a blockage. When the water gets blocked up, because of how water behave, the water rise and people place flood out. Sometimes the couple drinks bottle, and the couple food box, and the couple juice box that cause a major flooding because it block up a waterway. And me and your neighbor get flood out.
You've reached the final page of the magazine. Thanks so much for being with us on today's journey. And now the Jamaica Magazine unfolds tomorrow. So come back same time on this same station. Until then, click on our social media pages for more informative features. While there, please subscribe to our pages and click that notification bell so you can stay in the know. I am Adrian Atkinson, encouraging you to stay safe.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.